Hi, my name's Jackie Tyson. I'm a makeup artist, and I today have my friend Claire here, and I've worked with Claire since she was in Steps. I was honoured to do Claire's wedding makeup, and we've got some pictures here, and we're going to recreate a little bit of that because it was in a magazine, wasn't it? So lots of people have asked how your makeup was that day. So we're just going to have a little go and recreate it, okay? So we're going to start, as usual, prepping the skin. So I'm just going to spray a little bit of this toner on, which is nice and refreshing. It's a great thing to have in your handbag if you're likely to get hot and bothered. And here's a little bit of very, very light moisturiser. And Claire has got the most beautiful skin. It's a total hormone imbalance, isn't it, in the first stage of pregnancy? Yeah, you should even out. You can use sort of topical creams, like the Dermalogica do a nice sort of spot cream, don't they? If you want to dry them up a little bit. So I'm just putting on, because of that, a slightly heavier foundation to what you normally have. You obviously are very used to having your makeup done. Still doing loads of shoots with this shoot out this week.
I guess you forget when you're doing it that lots of other people are going to see it as well.
I'm just going to put underneath your eyes a little bit of eye brightener. So, okay, you have to tell us, give us some makeup disasters over the years. You must have had some.
I think most of the disasters were probably on tour where I had to do it myself. I think in the end, I used to literally just chuck loads of glitter on my face, lip gloss, and that was kind of it, really.
Right, I'm going to start doing your eyes. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this pale base, just a nice pale colour all over. Again, I like to knock any excess off. This is a very sheer, shimmery, sort of white colour. This Claire's wedding look, it was quite 50s film style, wasn't it, really?
Yeah, that was the whole, it was a bit kind of Grace Kelly,
yeah,
Audrey Hepburn.
Very beautiful. It just kind of evolved, really, didn't it?
Yeah.
You knew you wanted something strong.
Yeah. And luckily we ended up with different hair from the trial.
The trial. Always have a trial, always.
Oh dear.
It did look absolutely amazing on the day. So there, I've just used a grey eyeliner around the bottom, and I'm just putting some black eyeliner around the outer edge, just to make the eyes look wider. And I'm going to blend that right into the socket in a very 50s style-y. So as I'm blending, obviously the brush is picking up some of the colour, and I'm going to push that into the socket line so it's not too heavy. And I'm just blending that dark colour down into the paler colour we've got there. Okay, so I've just put some dark powder on top of that creamy pencil, and once again blend, blend, blend. So this is just a clean brush I'm going over everything with. If you always, when you go from the palette to your eye, make sure in between somewhere you've either knocked it off on a tissue, or I use a towel because it takes more off probably, or your hand before you get to your face. Now I'm going to put, we've had some false eyelashes on the day, so I'm going to do that again. It's a good opportunity to show different ways of using false eyelashes. What we're going to do first is put some mascara on first. I'm just going to use disposable mascara for hygiene reasons.
Do you think I'm one of the faces that you've done the most?
Definitely.
In your career?
You probably are the face I've done the most.
Really?
Yeah. This is, I'm just putting on some black liquid eyeliner for the classic 1950s liner look, and I'm going to put it right down onto the lashes and just slightly out, flick it slightly out. We don't want too big flicks, but just a little bit to lift the side of the eyes up. So what I've done is take a set of lashes, and I've actually cut the lashes in half, because I don't want a full set. So I'm just going to try this on the side before I stick it on properly and see how it looks. Yeah, and that's actually the shorter side, which looks more natural, so that's what I'm going to use. So I'm just using the glue that's in the packet. Put a little bit on along the top and then using a cotton bud to steady yourself. Just lie it down onto the lash line, and while the glue's still wet you can move it a little bit so it's in the right place, like that. So a quick bit of cheek. Again, I'm going to put a tiny bit of highlighter on top of the cheek, and then we're going to put some colour on, and quite a neutral colour, into the contours of the cheek, just under the cheekbone there. Again, on an angle. Remember to do it on an angle.
It's quite pale, isn't it?
It is quite pale, yeah. Blusher is one of the hardest things, isn't it? I think, to get right. And I'm just going to put this nice sort of peachy tone into the apples, the cheeks.
I hate when you get to the cheeks, that means it's nearly finished. You can see them all day.
One thing I'd like to say, I know you have no time anymore, but if you really have on a quick fix in the morning, tinted moisturiser is great because you don't have to worry about brushes or anything. You just literally can go like that and go, oh, the skin looks better. It'll look brighter and livelier. The other great thing is to wear the moisturiser that has the self-tannin, that's a slow build-up of self-tan.
Oh, right, okay.
That's great because if you use that, especially over summer, you don't have to worry too much about the colour of your skin, you don't have to worry about putting on bronzer and stuff. So it might even just be a moisture, even these are moisturisers with lovely shimmer in. Just brighten the skin up and you think in the morning your skin suddenly looks healthier. So something like that.
See, I'm more likely to use something like that than a tinted moisturiser or something.
Yeah, lots of people like to use those. And mascara is always good. If you can just get some mascara on, that makes you feel better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. Just put a little bit of gloss on.
I should get them tinted. That's what I used to do quite a lot, but...
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Kind of... when you've got time, really. I never make appointments for stuff.
It's difficult to go to an appointment with a toddler, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we've just about finished. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over with some slight powder colours because powder will make everything last. So you should always, even if you don't wear powder normally, put a little bit of powder on once you've finished your wedding makeup because it's going to be a long day, lots of people kissing you, so everything's going to move. So I've got a very light powder here. And just put a tiny bit of that everywhere. This is going to make it last. You really need to use waterproof mascara on your wedding day. It's the one day you're going to have to put up with chipping it off at the end of the day.
If you are going to have like a few kind of little bits in a bag or something, what would you?
Yes.
What would you have?
Through the day?
Yeah, just to touch up or just to mend.
A pressed powder, because when you're doing your own, you don't want to have powder flying everywhere. So just a little compact with a pressed powder in to touch up because you're going to have photos all day. And
would you have like that kind of like a white powder?
Do you know what?
Or neutral?
Yeah, just a neutral, I think, the skin tone one, because it will give you a tiny bit of coverage if your makeup started to move. And a lip gloss, definitely, that's going to be moving all day. So, I mean, the thing is, it is quite high maintenance on a wedding day. Well, I think that's about how you looked.
Am I ready to get married now?
Do you want to have a look?
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
See if that's something similar. Well, thank you very much, Danny.